Okay, so we're going to talk today about just setting up a PowerPoint presentation. And I'm going to use the text expression project, but this can work for any project that you're working on. So the very first thing that we want to do is that we want to prepare for the course, prepare for putting the presentation together. So we're going to go, and I've got a document here that has all the information, my initial paragraph, my adjectives, and my sources. And that's all typed up in one place, so it's easy to drop in. You can, of course, type it in as you go. The other thing is I need graphics to drop in. And so I'm going to go to my Adobe InDesign, and I'm going to go File, and I'm going to go to Export. Give me a second to wind up. And I'm going to, in this case, go to my desktop, go to my project folder, and images, create, and I'm going to save, and it's going to save pages. It's going to save all pages. I'm going to set, since this is for PowerPoint, I'm going to set the resolution at 150. If I was actually going to use these for printing, I can crank it back up to 300. So since it's for PowerPoint, there's no need to embed a color profile, but if I was going to use these images again in, say, another InDesign file, then I'd want to click on that. Just leave anti-alias on. If I need to include the bleed for, again, pulling this into InDesign, another InDesign document, then I could turn that on. And so that should be good. Click Export. And those images should have exported. So if I go to Images, there's the images. You might want to consider renaming them, but these will be good enough. Make that 31, that way they're all in order. Okay, so I have my images and I have my text. And so now I'm going to go to PowerPoint and open up PowerPoint and click on, in this case, let's see, create. So I'm, in my case, I'm creating an absolutely blank presentation. Free text. But you can always find a template that you like better, or you could create your own graphics. So trying to think of ways to make this prettier. Not sure that that's prettier, but it's really not. So I'll just take it back to there. Okay, so that's my opening slide. Second slide is going to be, in this case, my paragraph about what's going on. I'm going to go to new slide, and it gives me options on what kind of slide I'm going to have. So in my case, I think I'm going to take type and vertical. That doesn't sound right. Well, let's find out what happens. Okay, no, that's wrong. So let's go back. I'm going to go to new slide. We'll go title and content, because that looks about right. So the title will be introduction. And then I'm going to go to my text file. And here is my information. And actually, I'm going to go. Always good to check your spelling. Okay. And what I'm going to do, it gave me a set of bullets, but I don't really want the bullets. So I'm going to go up here and click none. I'm going to make the type a little wider so that it looks nicer. And I get something that sort of looks like that. And I can get a little fancy. In this case, I'll highlight the guy's name. Okay, next, create a new slide. So I'm going to create a new slide, and Z, new slide, click the arrow. I'm going to go for blank, and I'm going to insert pictures, picture from file, and I'm going to go to my images, insert. I'm going to take this and make it bigger so that we can see it clearly in the class. So I'm going to come down to this corner handle. I'm going to start making it bigger, and I'm going to hold the shift key while I do that. And I'm just going to bring it all the way to the edge in this case. Then I can go to home again and go to text box here and draw a text box. And then I'm going to go to my text, select my adjectives, Command V. And in my case, I'm going to take this and I'm going to center it on the page with the under home. When I'm working with type, it allows me to center it. I'm using Calibri. If I go back here, Calibri, Calibri, that's all Calibri. This is Calibri. And I can even take this and make it, I have options. Sure, make that a little bolder. Okay, so I'm here. Since I pulled the text box all the way from the left side of the page to the right side of the page, and I set the type to be centered, it'll be centered exactly in the middle of the page. Next, I'm actually going to take this slide and duplicate it. And I can do that by just hitting Command D or Control D, and it'll duplicate it. Then I want to double click on it to make sure I went to that page. I'm going to take this and delete it. I'm going to insert picture from file, picture number 2, insert. Again, holding Shift key, I'm going to drag this until it's the same size as the page. And I'm going to move it, make sure it's really to the edge. Move it up a little bit. And I'm going to go back and see if it more or less, that one's a little farther down. So I think I'm going to move that up just a little. It's nice if they're lined up. It just gives a nicer transition from one slide to the next. Since I copied this, this is in the same place. I'm going to go back here to my text and copy the adjectives for Hamptons. Okay, so that's done. Then take this, Command D. Let's see. Is there also view rulers? There is view ruler. And if I view the ruler, well, I was thinking that it would actually let me pull down a guide so I could make sure that things were properly placed, but apparently that's not going to happen. So again, delete that image, insert. I can also go up, so I could go to insert here, but I can also go to insert picture there, go to picture from file, pick the last one, insert. Like that. Move it up. Try it against there. It's really close, not enough. If it's off, it's not enough that I'm noticing the difference. And then I'm going to pick my last set of adjectives. Command V. Then finally, I'm going to take and create a new slide. So title and content, credits, or sources. Like that. Go to the bottom, copy my sources, Command V. Whoa. Okay. So it didn't come in quite the way I figured. I'm going to select this all and turn off the bullets. I'm going to delete the extra spaces that it included between the lines. And eventually it will start making itself bigger. Okay. Make that a little bigger. Make that a little bigger. I don't have to have it super lined up with the Jackson Pollock page because there's enough pages difference between the two that it will not be an issue. I'm going to go ahead and make this bold. So bold. That's misspelled. It's always good to go back and check your spelling. Oil paint. Okay. And then what I can do here, Command copy, insert hyperlink all the way at the bottom, Command K, and I can click OK. Again, Command K, Command V, click OK, Command copy, Command K, Command V, OK. And I can just go down all the way through. And make sure that my links Command copy, Command K, Command V. Okay. And then I can actually complete that. And then I can actually go to View, get to Window. It's not going to do what I want. I want Slideshow and I want Play from Start. And I can go through. And then I can actually, oh, come on. Click on these and see if they take me search. You know, so interesting. So I'm not seeing that. So in fact, I can go back, escape. Okay. That doesn't seem to be relevant. Okay. And so on, and I can go through and double check that my links are correct. Um, so there. And I should, when I get your PowerPoint, I should be able to take it and click on the links, and it should take me to where you get your images from. If you got a font from, say, defont.com or from Google Images or Google Fonts. And hang on a second. So for instance, I got that from there. Fonts, select, insert hyperlink, Command V. Okay. So, and that's all set. Franklin Gothic came from Adobe Fonts. Baskerville Italic was probably a Apple font. So in my system, so I don't need to deal with that. Apple, Adobe Fonts, ITC. Okay, ITC view family, Command copy. Go back here again. Select Adobe Fonts, insert hyperlink, Command V, okay. Seems to me there's probably also Baskerville. Okay. Baskerville PT or URW if you don't have Baskerville already on your computer. So maybe this one, Baskerville URW, copy. All right, and that gives me the fonts, it gives me the images. Gives me the links. There's that, collection works. So there. And then I would save this file, save as. I would save it again in your, give me a second while we wind up. Project 3. And save. And now you would take that PowerPoint and submit it to the project.